Hello, my friends. Welcome to day 5. So, this is day 5 with no Facebook or Instagram on my phone. I just sat down. I made a full 24 hours plus some with absolutely no social media besides using YouTube at all. And it was great. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. And it was funny. I logged on to Instagram before making this video, and the same thing with Facebook. And I found I just got grossed out fast. I saw the couple of creators that I was specifically looking for and checked for my Facebook Marketplace people. And that was it. That was it. I was done. I just don't want any more of it, at least today. I just didn't want to get sucked down that hole. And I think that is nice. I'm glad for that. I still am feeling the compulsion to be more creative. I want to sit down and do creative things, which I haven't wanted to do in quite a while prior to this. I'm getting ideas to do content. And I have other YouTube channels, and I just hadn't had the chance to just sit down and suss out ideas of things that I wanted to talk about or things that I thought that were relevant. And I think I was also just really busy. I had a work day yesterday and today, so I didn't have as much time during the day. And tomorrow, I am super excited. I get to go see Spider-Man Brand New Day, and I'm so stoked about seeing that movie. Today was just great. Today was just chill. I still miss it on my phone. I still find myself going there, but it's not as much. And it just makes me reflect on one of the things that I teach my students about, specifically the TikTok algorithm, and how TikTok, when it first came out, it destroyed the competition because they had the doom scroll. It was the first social media outlet that had the endless scroll and a very sophisticated algorithm, which is still under lock and key. That destroyed both Facebook, Instagram, everything else as far as engagement, because the endless scroll just kept people's eyes on their screen. And that's the kind of engagement that these companies want. They want to put ads in front of your eyes, and the longer your eyes stay on your screen, the better it is. An interesting nugget: did you know that snap streaks on Snapchat were specifically made to address the issue with TikTok destroying everybody in engagement? And then, of course, just like everybody else does, once TikTok's engagement blew everybody away, they all started copying it. Back in the day, Instagram was just pictures that you were just sharing with people. It was like looking at somebody's photo book. It was lovely. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And now, just like Facebook, it's become a ton of ads. So I don't have maybe one person responded that they didn't see any ads in Facebook or Instagram. I see them all the time. So even just now, when I was just in Instagram, I saw 2 ads early on. Facebook, I was barely there, like maybe 5 minutes worth. And I saw a Spot and Tango ad. I saw another ad that had to do probably with dog food. I see other ads that have to do with clothing. Then there's meal delivery. It's like there's all these ads that get in there. And Facebook's even a little bit more nefarious because their algorithm tailors the ads so closely to you that it looks like, especially when you're on Marketplace, I'm seeing things for sale that are like advertisements, but things that I'm genuinely looking for. So it's just, I don't know, it's shady. It's just shady. All these ads just in there to try and keep us on. I don't know. Anyway, so far today, we are definitely now, this is at, I would say, close to 126 hours of not having it on my phone. And a couple responses I got from my very first post, or my first full day post doing this, Was it somebody just decided to keep it off because they don't need to know what everybody's mother, what they and their mother and kids are doing all the time? And I agree. I definitely agree. And as an educator, especially somebody in the technology space, I see the effects that having my brain spread in too many places at once has on me. I could only imagine what that is like when you have kids, little kids, middle school kids, high school kids that are already juggling a ton of things and trying to learn a bunch of different subjects at the same time. Also, now trying to manage all these other pieces of content and make them make sense in their heads. I just definitely think it's too much. Also, something that I've been thinking about lately, when I allowed my kids to have social media, at first it was just TikTok, and that they were like mid-teens, maybe earlier. I let them have TikTok, I want to say around 13. And I liked it because at the time I didn't know as much as I know now about it. They were really creative. They were both creators. They really enjoyed making edits and they were really good at it. So I was okay with it. I let it happen. I kept them as supervised accounts. I constantly checked up on them and I really appreciated the stuff that they were doing. And then it became somewhat a communication piece. Then eventually Snapchat rolled around. And Snapchat, my kids use that for communication. So it seems like nowadays kids will exchange snaps before they exchange phone numbers. It's like the phone number thing is too personal. And specifically with my kids are both athletes. And when they're meeting athletes from different areas, they exchange snaps. And they just become part of the rotation of snap streaks and things like that. And I find that just so interesting. And I'm a little sad. I wish that they weren't on there. One is too old now for me to moderate. And the other one, thankfully, is barely on Snapchat anyway, and I do tightly control that one's social media use from my phone. But I think the point I'm trying to make is like all of these apps started with seemingly really good intentions of connecting people. And those intentions became warped for making money and turning into something else. And I think I'm still hanging on to these accounts because I am thinking about why I signed up for them initially. I am thinking about the initial intention of those apps of bringing people together, not the after effect. It's like there's this old adage, you judge yourself by your intentions, but other people judge you by your actions. I'm still judging some of these social media companies like Instagram and Facebook by their original intentions. When I got on Instagram, it wasn't even owned by Meta. So just food for thought and something for me to ponder, because if the apps aren't what I signed up for now and they've changed, then why am I still there? I don't know. I will figure this out. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for checking in. And if this is something that you're also struggling with, please share it. Love to hear from you.